Okay, we've had a couple of times now people ask us, how do you pump up the tyre? Now it's pretty straightforward. The tyre's here, obviously sat in the middle. Lovely tyre. Usually comes fairly soft because it makes it easier and more comfortable ride when you're first learning out, because you've got more of a surface area, and obviously the more you pump it up, the more round it goes and the more of a knife edge you're riding on. I like to ride about 50 psi. But they come a lot lower than that. But basically, the right hand side of the unit, so here's your handle, sitting up that way. Lay that on the side, there like that. So the right hand side is up. And then all you do is you spin this around, and you will see, if I can actually get it to come on the camera, it's right there. There it is. Your valve, that is your valve there. Now at the bottom point behind this LED light strip is a square cutout for pumping up the tyre, so I shall show you that now. Right, what we would actually recommend you do is use a screwdriver, small little one like that, flathead screwdriver, and you'll see that there's holes, little slits in here. Just run around, one there, one there, one there, one there, and what you'll find is it's really easy to change the pressure to inflate the tyre. Now I've had some people say, well, that's crazy, you have to take off this light ring to actually get to inflate the tyre, but at the same time the number of occasions you're going to actually be pumping up the tyre is very minimal. It'll be a maintenance thing, maybe if it was once a month, it's no big deal. It's really easy to do, and you just basically pull that off, and usually you'll be able to pull the top part completely off like that, and it's these two here that need releasing, and all they are is little hooks that you just push down and a slight little twist and they come undone. It's really as simple as that, and there it is, it's exposed. You can now get your valve, which is here. I shall change the camera angle in a second, but your valve is basically here. You plug a pump onto it there, and that's directly on it. Plug your valve into there, and job done. What I'd actually recommend to make it even easier, I mean, we've got a pump with a fixed end on it, and it's a big clump of metal, which makes it quite awkward to get it in there. But use a proper bike pump, so it's got the flexible tube, and you just screw it onto the valve, pump it up to whatever PSI you like, remove it, and you're good to go. And all you do is push that back down. Done. It's as easy as that. It really isn't difficult. So there's nothing really to moan about in terms of checking tyre pressure or pumping it up or whatever you want to do with it. One thing I will say is on here, if you look at the very top, you will see a black, and I'll try and do another camera angle of that as well, a little black hole, and that corresponds with a little black hole there. So you just line those two up basically when you're pushing this back in. So for visual reference, it makes it a lot easier putting this back down. So you might have it like that and it won't be clipping in, you're thinking what's going on, but just line that hole up with that hole. And these cables should just fold back in. There's no need to disconnect them when you're checking the tyre. It's as simple as just lifting that up. Line that hole back up and then it pushes in. Really simple. Couldn't really be easier. Right, so there it is. There is the little hole there, which is actually smooth, sticks out on the other side, and that is the hole that you line it up with. It's fairly straightforward. If I flip that over, and you'll see what I'm talking about, hopefully. Where is it? It is there, see? So you can see that little bit sticking up, and that basically slots in there. The valve is here. That is where the valve is. So, and if you move it, as you can see, you get different angles depending on where you want to connect your valve. But you can push this as well as you can move it, which is quite awkward when you're holding the camera. But yeah, you can move that up. See, you can move it around, and it'll fold back in again. But yeah, so it's as simple as that. You've got this big gap. Obviously, you can move it to wherever you want it within that gap. So I hope that helps, guys. Fairly straightforward. let's be honest about it, and it's pretty painless. But I wouldn't recommend checking it every single day. There really is no need to be checking your tyre pressure every single day. And then it's not really a major problem. Thanks then, and don't forget to support us by subscribing, going to speedyfeet.uk, and obviously purchase your stuff from us. If you're watching these videos, come to us, we'll sort you out, sort you a deal. Thanks then, bye.